welcome back to Cesar Chavez News. I'm your host, Mariela Rico.
And I'm Edwin Urbina. Let's check out the news making headlines around the world.
President Trump put himself on hot water this week when it came out that he gave classified information to visiting Russian diplomats. Critics are demanding a further investigation.
Indonesian natives thought they had discovered a sea monster when a mysterious 50-foot carcass washed ashore. Scientists were able to determine that it was a corpse of a baleen whale.
Finally, 101-year-old Brian Hayes of England became the oldest person to tandem skydive this last Sunday. Mr. Hayes said he was feeling over the moon with his accomplishment.
Now let's take a look at the news happening closer to home.
Yearbooks are going fast. Make sure you get yours before it's too late.
Now I have a report by Roberto Barrera and the history of La Colonia.
Hello, my name is Roberto Barrera and I'm here to give you a quick history of La Colonia. La Colonia is one of the Oxnard's oldest neighborhoods. It was founded on May 22, 1837 as Rancho El Rio de Santa Clara o La Colonia by 7 Mexican soldiers from Santa Barbara. When California became a state in 1850, the rancho was sold off to businessmen from the East Coast. In 1897, the town of Oxnard was founded around what was known as the Colonia Beet Sugar Factory. The city began to grow ever since. In the early 20th century, white farmers began selling parcels of land to Latino families, and by 1948, 8,000 people lived in the area. The area became known as Colonial Gardens and held half the city's agricultural labor force. During the 1970s to 1990s, the neighborhood experienced a decline due to crime. Then, starting in 2000, the city began rejuvenating the area, beginning with the rededication of Cesar Chavez School. This rejuvenation can still be seen in the construction happening across the street from our school. Well, that's a quick story of Colonia. Roberto Barrera, Chavez News.
Shout out to Mrs. Abandari's 10 million word readers. Let's check them out.
What's your name?
William.
Marino.
What are some of the books you guys read?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Captain Underpants.
The Indian in the Cupboard.
What one of your favorite books you have read?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Diary of a Minecraft Zombie.
How many words have you guys read?
I've read 1,309 words.
I have read 418,000.
Thank you very much. What are some of the books you read?
Diary of a Kid Dog Days.
Breadcrumbs.
The Indian in the Cupboard.
What else?
Return of the Indian.
What were some of the books that were your favorites?
Breadcrumbs.
Return of the Indian.
How many words have you guys read?
711,000.
I have read 605,000 words.
I read more than him.
Well, that's the news for today, Eagles. I'm Mariela Rico.
And I'm Edwin Urbina, Chavez News.